Let's dive in though. Satya Nadella. I mean, look, it's an agent war now. We're in agent wars. Everybody's talking. I think this is going to be a huge topic this week at Davos. Pat, what did Microsoft announce this week?
Yeah, so Microsoft brought out another flavor of Copilot. This time it's Microsoft 365 Copilot chat. I know I saw a lot of snarkasm out there saying, "Oh, it's another week, another Microsoft Copilot." No, I feel you. And first of all, when I look at the breadth, first of all, Microsoft has a consumer entity it needs to take care of, and it has a commercial enterprise, medium business, small business, and then you have vertical forms, right? You've got, for instance, Copilot for sales and things like that. So I get the snarkasm, and the way that I like to measure things is it delivering unique value? And if I look back and we do a lot of research on this. What are the key inhibitors to enterprise AI adoption? And they shift from quarter to quarter, but not as much as you might think, right? You've got the data management piece. You have the what's the ROI? You have skill sets. You have, and one of them is cost. Okay, so when you look at how do you get somebody excited to pay for $30 per month per seat? If you have half a million employees, it might look, oh my gosh, this is a ton of money. Now let's say that's saving you $20 million a year. That cost becomes negligible, right? It's like take my money type of stuff. And I think as humans, right, we've seen this. I would pay a lot more for Perplexity than it charges. So you have to get the organization to try it out. You need trial to demonstrate the return on investment. And what this new Microsoft 365 Copilot chat does, it adds this pay-as-you-go mentality, not per token, right? Let's say if you were in the data center, but per message, okay? 1 penny per message. And I think Microsoft did a pretty good job showing, and you can hit up the screenshots on X that I get laid out here, how it compares to the full up Copilot versus Copilot chat. What would I'll call it, full rotation around the planet if you were actually trying to do something for an entire day. So for instance, a sales performance agent, right? The estimated cost per day, doing 4 generative answers, 4 tenant graph grounding for messages. You're looking at, 12,800 messages. Okay. And that is really cheap when you're looking at a penny. Plus you could buy these packs, which is, I'll call it a tweener versus pay as you go message packs going versus a full up Microsoft 365 Copilot license. So listen, I get the criticism, but I think what they're doing is the right thing, and we'll see if it generates usage. The other thing, when I step back, Daniel, I was wondering, does this indicate that Microsoft's invested the right amount of capital expense to be able to unleash this to the world, and they actually have capacity now to do this? I think we'll figure this out as we get into the months and the quarters, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, we know the agentic movement is really substantial. Our team has done a pretty big TCO breakdown on it. We've got it pegged at about $4 trillion of labor that we believe can be augmented or completely displaced by agents in 2025. That's how big. And we just kind of looked across the labor pool. Then we looked at how much of the labor we estimate could be done currently by agents. And then we basically took a percentage and a fraction of that. So that's kind of the opportunity that's at stake. And of course, 4 trillion of direct labor doesn't mean 4 trillion in spend on software. The idea would be that that labor could be done at some fraction of the cost of software. And then there's always what I call the prune to grow, meaning you find those efficiencies, reinvest in productivity gains. But agents are going to totally change the calculus by which businesses are run. Microsoft has a massive opportunity and a real challenge in front of it. I mean, the massive opportunity for Microsoft is it literally has all the users, the install user base. I look at the Microsoft opportunity for agents is a lot like the Apple opportunity for on-device AI. When you have all the users already there, you build the right product and you're going to get people to use it. The business model's been in question. Look, I mean, the external sort of rumor mill on the street is that, there's some concerns about the investment where people have gone in on Copilot, they're paying the money for it, they're not sure they're getting the value. That's been the anecdotal. You read it across the internet. And I've actually talked to some CIOs, and a lot of them are saying like, yeah, we're using it, but we're not sure. So this is also really interesting, Pat, because it's like a new way to think about how to charge rather than that sort of bigger per seat fee. Now, I have to say, like the $20 a head or $50 a head or any of those sort of numbers, if this stuff works well and is really deriving value, it's nothing.
100%, Daniel. I mean, imagine if the Word document to PowerPoint actually worked well. I've tried it out a bunch of times. Doesn't work great, but I got to tell you, I am signed up for the ChatGPT Pro. Right, when I want a long, reasoned answer, I am paying it, and I'm probably going to keep paying it until something better comes along. I mean, how much would you pay for Perplexity?
I mean, at this point, I'm not, but.
Oh, funny. You're not using Perplexity Pro Search?
I am using it. I'm not using the paid version.
You can't use Pro without paid.
No, I'm not using the Pro version, the paid version.
Okay.
I'm just using the free version. I have a few of them. I have Gemini Pro. I'm using that one right now. I had a ChatGPT. I canceled that one. We're kind of a Google, in our workspace is how is our kind of corporate platform. So I've rolled up a lot of Google features and functionalities.
Pay for all of them.
The newest, well, that's just you though. That's like, you and I are just different that way. You're sort of the tear everything down, geek out on it, share benchmarks. I let Signal 65 do that kind of work. That's my take. Let the geeks do the geek stuff. I mean, Pat, we are the only lab out there that has I think a 72 node H200 system up and running and a 64 node MI system. Just saying out there are no other labs out there that have the type of cool ass tech stuff that we do. So anyone out there that wants to know more about that, you got to check out our lab people. Sorry, no promotion on this show, Pat. Stop it. Stop promoting, please. This is a organic show that's supposed to be here to entertain people. Anyways, the agent space is going to grow rapidly, Pat. We're going to talk a lot more about this. Be very interesting to sort of see adoption. I mean, it's all the opportunity comes in the outcomes. If people are getting value in the outcomes, this type of model, just like you mentioned with using Pro, you're willing to pay for it because there's a ton of value in it for you. People need to get the value. They need to see the agents work. Right now, it feels like a little bit of architecture across the board, not just them, Salesforce, ServiceNow, Workday, all the companies talking agents. But I think very quickly we're going to see this sort of as the data and the application and the agentic workflows become well understood and accurate and trustworthy, that business is going to just explode. I'm super bullish about it for this year.